I had to do this on the fly. We were off for my anniversary, my wedding anniversary. Good thing I had a portable recorder so I could send this to the editor. Thanks for tuning in on this edition of Man Man with the Show on QTCast TV. Don't forget, smash on that subscription and like on there. It's very, very important that we do this. It keeps us going and going and going. You know, so we want to move up into there so more people can see our shows. If you like, especially if you guys like it out there, thank you for hitting that like. But also share them with your friends, share them with family members. Tell them, you like the show. Check it out. Like this guy, and like all the other programming that he does on this channel. Now, we had taped a couple of days ago something that happened basically with Disney. Disney is in deep trouble with the SEC, according to some of the Market Watch and papers they're putting out on there. And we thought that could be the end of it. We won't hear too much more about things on there. But here, this one, I think, really turned the internet upside down. Supposedly, the Spiderman movies will not be continued at the MCU. Marvel and Sony failed to reach a deal. That is just like, wow. And I think, and I put the blame, well, it's not really blame, I put the point where how popular Venom has become now, and especially that they're doing a Venom sequel at Sony, and that basically, I saw the Venom movie. The Venom movie was pretty good. That was a damn good movie, better than what people were saying. And if they're doing a sequel, and they're going to be doing Maximum Carnage and all that, Sony probably wants a little bit more control over Spider-Man on there because they want to add him onto it. But this is just insanity. It's just total insanity that this had happened. I don't know if it's Disney's fault, Fahey, or basically over at Sony. But there's a lot that could have been done on there, and to Spider-Man being in the MCU was really, really good to see him in Endgame, and see him Far From Home. A lot of people said Far From Home was really, really good on there. They want a continuation on that, and they want to keep Tom Holland. I don't know if they would kick out Tom Holland as Spider-Man. I think he's the best Spider-Man so far to date. A lot of people say, well, what about Tobey? No. Tom is doing a fantastic job of it. Some people they're a little upset that Marissa Tomei is playing his aunt. They feel that she's too young, but she's doing a good job as well. But now you're probably not even going to see, because now if they pull Spider-Man out of the MCU, Sony takes back over and they do the next movie. You won't see Happy being pulled full into the Spider-Man movies, because he was in the last movie with Tom Holland. What's going to happen from here? That's a good question. It's right now. It's in Sony's hands right now. I mean, the last movie did make money. Whatever happens to this fall apart, I mean, it's kind of curious. It's at the same time that the whistleblower went to the SEC, and then this happened as well. Could it possibly be Sony is a little scared right now at the moment because of what's going on over at Disney? I think it's more toward the value that Venom is doing very well. It's getting a sequel. They want to bring Spider-Man into that fold on there to increase the level. And let me tell you, a Venom and Spider-Man movie would be big time for them. And like I said, the movie, what was it that they did? Currently box office is at $1.1 billion. It did $377 domestic. It's actually did better in foreign wise, 732 on there. Possibly maybe that's why Sony's been a little bit more hesitant to sign a future agreement for stage 4 of the Marvel universe on there. So I guess we're not gonna get to see. Well, he wasn't even scheduled into the next level with Marvel, into the next movies. But let's see what happens. This could change. It could change. There is reports that basically there is a petition being launched to keep Spider-Man in the universe, the MCU. I mean, a lot of people want it, because there are a lot of characters that are just getting back into the MCU with the Fox deal, and there's some others that are still waiting to come. I mean, the reason we don't have the Hulk movies, they don't have the full. Disney doesn't have the full rights to the Hulk. Submariner, I think there's still some rights issues that are still being negotiated. I guess it's out there still, because we would have had. It would be interesting to have him for one of the next movies on there. Some of the people they think that they put it to the emphasis, and especially you see from Far Home that they put that Spider-Man. It has a more of a feel of an Iron Man Jr. because basically he's using Stark technology on there. But going back to the old comics on there, he was always relied on some of the scientists. He had dealings with the Fantastic Four after when he got the black suit, which became Venom, and he had to deal with Reed Richards to try to help him on that. And of course, that in the TV series, he had to deal with a couple of the scientists. I forgot the guy's name, but the one that was the Lizard, basically because he was turning into a man spider. That was on the old Fox TV series. For him to deal with other people, to get help from other people, I think that's normal with Spider-Man that he's done. And he's always been a loner as far as being the hero, but he's always looked to others for help when he needs it. So comment below. Tell me how you feel about this. I mean, really, this is just, it's upsetting a lot of people that this has happened. But then again, Disney is going through a lot of problems right now. And, before I say, knock on wood, I hope that this is the last of it. Something else may come across on it. It's just amazing how this happens. Don't forget, we are on mindsandgab.com. Check us out there. You can subscribe there as well. Thank you for those who have subscribed here at YouTube, Minds, and at Gab on there. We're also on BitChute. Don't forget, if you don't see a video here, it disappears because of, it fails under YouTube's content rights. You'll find it on BitChute. Thank you, those who have subscribed once again. Thank you for being fans of this channel. Thank you for supporting the shows that we put together here. There's much that needs to be done. Thank you again. So, it's the end of the week. There's a lot to be done. Just to give you a heads up, I think it is next week, or is it the week after? The week after. We're probably going to be taking a little bit of a mini vacation. That's the first week of September. We are in the middle of shooting some side episodes. Some stuff that, it's some current stories and stuff like that we wanted to get to. So basically, it's going to be a bit of a rotation. Won't be as many. It'll just be through the week on there. And also, as we're prepping for the season premiere of American Asylum, and also the return of Man with the Show, the season premiere the week after. So next week we'll be back on again. But the week of September 1st, we will not be. We will return on the 9th of September. So mark those calendars on there. And, of course, mark your calendars September 20th for the premiere of American Asylum. So do check us out there. Thank you for tuning in to Man with the Show on Q2Cast TV.